these games, the Blue Jays and the Mariners, usually it's like hordes of people, right, coming down. And you remember a couple of years
Absolutely.
ago when they had the Taylor Swift concert and the games? I was like,
It was Visitor Palooza in
yeah.
2023. You had Taylor Swift, you had the Blue Jays, you had there was a couple of eating festivals. There
Oh
was
my
there was a lot going on. Yeah, that was quite the weekend. It's going to look a little different this time around, I'm
God.
thinking.
Yeah. What are you hearing?
Well, it's interesting. I was just talking to my boss a few minutes ago, and he was coming in from the Belltown area in downtown Seattle. And he said, usually this weekend, Blue Jays weekend on the Friday morning, you would see hordes of people, tons of Blue Jays jerseys on the streets. He said he didn't see anybody this morning, not a person. And the first game is today. And so that really, really stood out for him.
Wow.
It's as you know, I mean, the Blue Jays fans coming can boost attendance by 20,000 each game. That's quite a proportion of the ballpark that holds about 48,000, a little bit more than that.
Mm.
I have been doing some reporting on this. I talked to some Canadians who were kind of reassessing their plans. These are folks who would make it a regular thing to come down. It was like a highlight of the year to come down and spend a few days in Seattle, enjoy the baseball. There's one tour company I spoke to that runs charter buses, like in a package tours for the weekend, usually like 3 or 4 nights. They would send down, several buses, and it would be about maybe 150 to 250 people. They're all canceled, all of them.
Wow.
Another company I talked to in Calgary, Lifetime Highs Tours. Last fall, there was a time when things were looking positive, and they were optimistic enough to think about maybe sending 2 buses down, and this is for a 7-night trip. So this is quite the extensive, in all 3 games, and it's things to do around Seattle. They were considering putting 2 buses together. They told me, Kathy and Sandy Monroe, the owners, they were so grateful that they didn't do it because demand just plummeted after late January, early February, when the rhetoric from President Trump started ramping up.
Mm.
And they are still running a bus, but it's only about half full. And they'll consider themselves lucky to break even.